Hi everyone, welcome to another webisode of The Good Doctor on eZeLiving.com. Today I'm in the company of Dr. Isabella Taus, and we're going to be talking about age management. What is it, and what are the things that we can do in our lives to not slow it down, but just make the experience and the journey a lot more productive. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
First question for our viewers who may not know, what is age management and why is it important in our lives?
It's basically dealing with the symptoms, with the problems that we face as we get older, which we actually don't have to face because they are not automatically linked to aging. They're just automatically linked to problems in our body, something in our biochemistry missing or being out of balance. And it's easy to put it back into balance.
You know, we're not God. We can't slow down the age process.
No, right.
But what can we do to make this journey healthy, productive, and vibrant? Because, you know, once you start crossing over a certain age, just things don't work as they used to.
Yeah. 4 things that are very essential that everybody should be doing by themselves. First is eating well, which means eating only whole foods, which is foods that grow, which is all kinds of vegetables, some fruits, organic eggs and fish and meat and raw nuts, and this should actually be our diet, and that's it. We should sleep well, which involves 7 to 8 hours every night. It's exercising and also knowing which types of exercise are good. For example, excessive cardio is not good for us, but high intensity interval training is good. And the 4th element is not stressing too much. Apart from that, if something somebody is doing all these things and is still not feeling well, then we have to make a thorough blood investigation and saliva test and 24-hour urine test where we check for certain chemicals in the body and find out what is actually wrong.
So that was actually my question. Are there certain organs in the body that all of a sudden say, hey, look, we need help, we need to be repaired, we need to be maintained? That's number one. And then is there a test that people can come and do to get a physical checkup of whether, you know, a status checkup of where they're at?
There's not one test, but there's many tests, unfortunately. Our body just needs many chemicals in exactly the proper amounts to be working well. All our hormones have to be in absolute harmony and balance. Our testosterone, our estrogen, our progesterone, our growth hormone, our thyroid hormones, our melatonin, our dopamine, they're all very important. If one is out of balance, we can have actually really big health issues.
So the big issue, the big change that happens in our body is hormonal.
Hormonal is one, yes. Our testosterone, our estrogen, our progesterone, growth hormone, thyroid hormones, our melatonin, our dopamine, a lot of other chemicals, serotonin for happiness, a lot of things can go out of balance, and if one is actually out of balance, the body gives us signs. The problem is only that many don't recognize these signs as something missing in the body. They just recognize the symptoms, get diagnosed by a doctor and get pharmaceuticals to treat these symptoms, but this actually doesn't cure the underlying cause, which is something in the body out of balance.
So now that someone's seen this webisode and they're aware of this hormonal imbalance, because it's not evident on the exterior, it's something that happens inside. What are some of the steps that they need to take to get diagnosed?
Well, depending on the type of the symptoms, we can either check exactly for the chemicals involved in that process, or we can just, I normally recommend everybody above 40 to check everything. All the hormones, inflammation markers, we check for mitochondrial function, we check for hormone metabolism, we check actually everything to make sure that everything in the body is working well.
Well, thank you very much for this insightful information. I certainly learned a lot. For all of our viewers who are interested in this topic of this conversation, if you've got any thoughts or questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching The Good Doctor on eZeLiving.com, where you can find anything and everything lifestyle.